Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. I expected to do the same thing. Noah Lyles unfazed by Oblique Seville's triumph in Lausanne. Noah Lyles downplayed Oblique Seville's Lausanne victory in the poor weather conditions, saying his own poor start, not surprise, made the difference. Noah Lyles has explained why he is not amazed by Oblique Seville's impressive run at the Diamond League meeting in Lausanne. Braving the tough weather conditions, Oblique Seville stole the show, winning the race in 9.87 seconds ahead of Noah Lyles, who could only afford a second-place finish in 10.02 seconds. This is the second time the Jamaican has beaten Noah Lyles in the 100m this season, with the first encounter coming at the Diamond League meeting in London, where the 24-year-old crossed the finish line in 9.86 seconds ahead of the American, who timed 10.00 seconds. However, Noah Lyles has insisted that he was not shocked by how Oblique Seville defied the poor weather conditions to claim the win. He revealed that athletes are wired to run fast in poor weather conditions, and had it not been for his poor start, he was also looking to drop a splendid time, just like Oblique Seville did. Noah Lyles revealed that by the time he was getting back into the rhythm in the race, Oblique Seville had already opened a gap, and he tried to maximize on his top-end speed, but that was not enough to give him a win. I expected to do the same thing. So, I can't say that I'm surprised. He's a fantastic runner. Noah Lyles said in a video shared by Sidious Mag on YouTube. I just had a really bad reaction to the gun, and after that, there's not much I could do. No, but we all have to run in the same thing. So, just because it's bad conditions doesn't mean that, fast times can't be run. Now Noah Lyles, the reigning Olympic 100m champion, has shifted his focus to the Diamond League meeting final in Zurich before heading to the World Championships in Tokyo, Japan, in September. Noah Lyles is the defending champion in the 100m and 200m, and he has a lot to work on before stepping on the track to defend his titles. He faces tough opposition from the Jamaican duo of Kishane Thompson and Oblique Seville in the 100m, and while the 200m remains open, Noah Lyles has to tread carefully. The stadium lights shimmered off the surface of the track, painting the blue lanes with a golden hue as the night settled in over Lausanne. It was one of those evenings where the alpine air carried both tension and promise. Every sprinter knew this wasn't just another stop on the Diamond League calendar. Lausanne was a crucible, a place where reputations are tested and limits rewritten. And on this night, Oblique Seville did just that. With a lightning burst in the final 40 meters of the men's 100-meter final, the Jamaican star surged ahead of the field, crossing the line in a personal best of 9.83 seconds. A roar erupted from the crowd. It was clean. It was dominant. It was decisive. But all eyes, inevitably, shifted just a few lanes over to Noah Lyles. The reigning world champion in the 100m and 200m, Lyles had come to Lausanne riding the high of an impeccable season. Expectations weren't just high, they were monumental. Every performance was viewed through the lens of greatness. Every race was a stage, and Lyles, the undisputed headliner. But tonight, it wasn't his show. He finished fourth. 9.95 seconds. Respectable, but not enough. Still, when the microphones were thrust into his face after the race, there was no frustration, no bitterness, just the calm resolve of a man playing a longer game. I expected to do the same thing, Lyles said, nodding toward Seville's stunning time. I'm not surprised. I've been saying, the 100m isn't just about one name anymore. His tone was level, measured, almost meditative. You'd be forgiven for thinking he didn't care. But that would be a mistake. The evolution of a sprinter. Noah Lyles is not your typical sprinter. Where others see the 100-meter dash as a dogfight, Lyles approaches it like an artist studies a canvas. Each race is a brushstroke. Each season, a masterpiece in progress. From the outside, it might have looked like Lausanne was a stumble. But inside the mind of Noah Lyles, it was part of the process, a data point. A lesson, a refinement. People don't realize, he said backstage, untying his spikes with the calm of a chess master between moves. You don't get faster by just winning. You get faster by racing people who who make you question everything about your race. Oblique did that tonight. I respect it. In a sport often defined by rivalry and ego, Lyles stands apart. His confidence doesn't come from dismissing others. It comes from a deep belief in timing. Not just race timing, but his timing. He knows when to peak. And Lausanne, in August, a month before the World Championships in Tokyo? That's not it. The rise of Oblique Seville. But let's not underplay the moment. Oblique Seville has arrived, and in grand fashion. The 24-year-old Jamaican has long been on the radar. A product of Jamaica's powerhouse sprint program. He's been touted as the heir apparent to Bolt's legacy since his teenage years. But promise is one thing, performance is another. Tonight, he bridged the gap. His start was crisp, not flawless, but his top-end speed was undeniable. By 60 meters, he was even with Lyles and Kenya's Ferdinand Omanyala. By 80, he was pulling away. When he crossed the line, the time stopped at 9.83, the fastest time in the world this year. It wasn't just a win. It was a statement. Lyles versus Seville, a new chapter begins. Sport thrives on narratives, rivalries, the back and forth that makes the track more than just a stopwatch and a finish line. For years, the headlines read Lyles versus Knighton. Then came Lyles versus Coleman. Now, in this late summer of 2025, a new rivalry may be blooming. Lyles versus Seville. But it's not the heated, trash-talking variety. Not yet. There's mutual respect here, a recognition of shared ambition. Oblique's hungry, Lyles said. He's doing what I expected myself to do tonight. I've been there. I know that fire. That fire, the relentless pursuit of greatness, is what bonds the great ones, even as they compete. Yet for all the mutual admiration, there is one truth. Only one man can win gold in Tokyo, and neither is racing to be second best. The bigger picture. To understand Lyles' mindset, you have to zoom out. This is a man who, just 1 year ago, swept the 100m, 200m, and 4x100-meter relay at the World Championships. He joined names like Usain Bolt and Tyson Gay in sprinting's pantheon. He's not chasing validation, he's chasing history. Lausanne. It's a checkpoint, a tune-up, a trial. He's been transparent about his goals for Tokyo. To go sub 9.80 in the 100m and defend his title in the 200m. Every race until then is a calibration. You don't win championships in August, he said. You win them when it counts, when the lights are brightest. That's not an excuse. It's a perspective only champions earn. What comes next? Seville's triumph reshuffles the deck ahead of Tokyo. The Jamaican Federation now has a bona fide contender with real hardware to his name. And the psychological boost of beating the world champion, clean, won't be lost on him. But Lyles isn't flinching. If anything, he's sharpening. Pressure's a privilege, he smiled. And I'm privileged as hell. In the coming weeks, both athletes will retreat to their training camps. Behind closed doors, away from the cameras, the real work begins. Seville will aim to consolidate, to prove this wasn't a one-off. Lyles will adjust, not to chase Seville, but to chase himself. A sport reignited. For fans, Lausanne was a gift. It gave us more than just a fast time. It gave us drama, storylines, rivalries rooted in respect, and the promise of something even bigger on the horizon. Track and field has always been about moments. From Bolt's chest thump in Beijing to Gatlin's redemption in London. And now, perhaps, Lyles and Seville are scripting the next chapter. They are two men on converging paths, one ascending, one defending. Both brilliant, both necessary. Final word. As the Lausanne stadium emptied and the cold night air settled in, Lyles walked slowly across the infield, towel draped around his shoulders. Alone, but not defeated. Some might have seen a man humbled, but if you looked closely, you saw something else. You saw a man plotting, processing, preparing. I expected to do the same thing, he'd said. He didn't. Not tonight. But the expectation hasn't changed. And in Tokyo, when it matters most, don't be surprised if he does exactly what he expects.